Hi friends, welcome to my class. I am Sujitha Rani teacher, Government HS Kanjiramkulam. Today, let's discuss the Social Science 7th Standard First Unit, Europe in Transition. Europe in Transition. Hagia Sophia is one of the important monuments in the history of the world. It was built in the 6th century AD. Now, it is preserved as a history museum in Turkey. It is the epitome of the architectural splendors of Constantinople, a city rich in historical monuments. Do you know the importance of Constantinople in the history of the world? Locate Constantinople in the map. Look here. There are two continents. Which are they? Asia and Europe. So, Constantinople is the gateway from Asia to Europe. Another importance of Constantinople is Constantinople was the erstwhile capital of the Eastern Roman Empire. Then, Constantinople was the center of knowledge. Constantinople is a well-known port and a good commercial center. Also, there are many historical remains and historical monuments in Constantinople. Abode of scholars and a treasure trove of scholarly texts. These are the features of Constantinople. Okay, did you understand the features of Constantinople? In 1453, Turks conquered Constantinople. It resulted in the fall of the centuries-old Eastern Roman Empire. Consequently, scholars, artists and writers fled from Constantinople to nearby areas in great numbers. Many of them migrated to Italy. What may be the reason? The first reason, Italy was a country that upheld the rich Greco-Roman tradition. Second one, the rich Italian traders were the patrons of art, literature and culture. Third one, these traders were keen to preserve the historical and cultural heritage. Okay? Hence, the Italian cities furthered thinking and encouraged the spirit of learning among the immigrant scholars. By the end of the 13th century, the Renaissance began in Italy that flourished and spread to other nations also. So, by the end of the 13th century, the Renaissance began in Italy. Do you know what is the reason behind this? The fine arts, literature and history in the medieval period were centered on religious ideology. The texts were invariably written in Greek and Latin as these were considered elite and scholarly. So, the scholarly languages at that time were Greek and Latin. So, all the texts were written in Greek and Latin at that time. Also, these texts were based on the religious ideology. Only scholars can read and understand all these texts. By the end of the 13th century, Latin and Greek gave way to regional languages. At that time, English, Spanish and French were the regional languages. So, writers wrote the texts in the regional languages and it helped the ordinary people to read all the texts. Also, these texts were based on the human life. The literature of this period was no longer confined to religion and philosophy, but gave way to themes that depicted diverse aspects of human life. Similar changes occurred in other art forms like painting and sculpture. This vision, primarily concerned with the various aspects of human life, is known as humanism. The new spirit of humanism inspired unique thoughts on the universe and human life. It promoted reasoning and the spirit of inquiry. At that time, all the people believed that God is the supreme power. How does day and night happen? Or what's the reason behind rain? Due to humanism, the spirit of inquiry and reasoning started developing. Consequently, a new awakening in all spheres of human life became visible in Europe, and it is known as the Renaissance. Let's examine how the Renaissance influenced the different spheres of social life, that is Renaissance in literature, arts and science, in the next class. Okay, thank you.